Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Hey everybody, I'm AdamHarry from Bell Lost Souls with
Drake from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
We're back with another Tabletop Spotlight. Drake, looks like you guys brought the old punishing one over today.
Mm-hmm. The Jump Master is here with the rest of Wave 8 and is changing the game.
Literally.
Yeah.
Me personally, I think this is the ship that makes Scum and Villainy, this expansion, this guy right here, makes Scum and Villainy a legit faction now. Like, they have all the tools in the toolbox as everybody else now. I know we've reviewed the Ghost already, but this is probably my favorite ship out of Wave 8.
It's definitely the one that we've seen the most demand for.
Oh, yeah.
So it's definitely the one that's most, at least objectively, making the most waves. Wave.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Right.
With that said, let's take a look inside the new Jumpmaster 5K. Okay, man, I'm excited about this one, Punching One. I've got the scissors today, so I'm going to do the honors. Have you got to see this bad boy in action yet?
No, not firsthand. I mean, at least not close up. People have been feeling it all week.
Yeah.
I haven't actually sat down and looked at it, but I know that people are bringing 3.
I've seen lists with
2 and 3.
2 and 3, yeah, because they're just that good, man. Just that dial, that Sanguinor's Loop, that style, just is a white maneuver, which is ridiculous.
Speaking of dials, we also got custom
oh yeah, those are new this week
plastic
too.
Things that you can stick the maneuver dials into. I thought that was cool.
Heck yeah. So we've got, there's the back of the box, by the way. We've seen that before. There's all the components.
Everything we got.
We're going to look at it right now, though, so. That's out there. Let's take a look at the mini real quick.
With pleasure. I love the detail on this one.
Oh, yeah.
Also the red is a really paint's really clean.
Yeah, one of the cool things about these minis, that at least the X-Wing stuff, is just right out of the box you can see there just the distress look that it has.
Especially the Scum ones that are kind of second-hand, roughshod, tackle kind of thing.
And of course, this one is the first asymmetrical ship. Yeah. So it's got the weird, these are the engines on the side here. And then this is just like a turret and some other stuff. So
and it's not like you have to worry about drag in space.
Right? But it looks really cool. Like, this is a really cool paint job right out of the box. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think FFG's done a great job with pre-paints just in in They've been knocking out of the park. So that's that. We've got the base. This is, of course, a large chip, so I'm not going to open that.
It's a clear plastic square. What are you looking for?
But here's some of the cool stuff.
Punch outs. I see it. Those light speed.
Yeah. So we've got the punch outs. There's that crazy dial right there. You can see there the movement on this thing with that white Sanguinor's Loop. S-loop.
Some sick maneuvers.
He's mostly going to turn left. If there was a ship in the game that was going to list lazily to the left, it might be the Jumpmaster 5K. So there's all the cool stuff you get with it. Stress tokens, all those extra tokens, blah, blah, blah tokens. Okay. Shields, focus, done.
Got our pilot cards.
Let's spread these out and take a look. You can see here.
Got Dengar in his...
In the Jumpmaster. Well, the title's in there too, but just let's look at the ships for now. Pretty cool ship right off the bat. You can see here it's very beefy with 5 hull and 4 shields. So it's going to be really hard to one-shot this in one round. It's got a turret too, so 360 shooting, even with, and if you're in the arc, it's pretty bad too, but it's a turret too. It's not bad. Yeah. And then two dodge, two agility, which...
On something like this is pretty decent.
it's a big ship with 2 dodge, so kind of squirrely too. We've got the different ones, and these are upside down for me, but you can see the different abilities here. So probably the meanest one of the bunch, again, Dengar. Let's take a look at him. And you can see the bar. You've got a bunch of different equips, modifications you can equip on this bad boy. So there's the illicit slot, the astromech salvage astromech droid, passenger slot, 2 torpedo slots, and of course an EPT on an elite pilot talent there on Dengar. So, but his ability is pretty dirty. If you shoot him and if you shoot at him and you're in his firing arc, he gets to shoot you back. So just think about that for a second. It's pretty mean. Not many ships get to shoot twice in the same game turn, and he's doing it just constantly. So he gets only once, but still though. He has 33 points, so pretty cool. And then we've got some of the other ones. I think one of these guys doesn't die. Yeah, this guy right here, Tel Terravura. Terravura, I'm butchering that. Yeah. But you can see there, Tell's ability is pretty cool. If he's about to die, you basically cancel all the damage cards, deal 4 face-down damage cards, and he basically gets to float away with 1 hit point. So you got to kill him one more time. So pretty cool there.
He's squirrely.
Yeah. You think he's dead. And the pilot skills are pretty dispersed. We've got a 3, 4, 7, and 9, which is pretty good for Scum and Villainy. So I know, like you're saying, a lot of those lists out there are taking 2 or 3 of these bad boys right now. It's also one of the first ships, I think, that you can really be a torpedo boat with. Like, you can really load up on the torpedoes and just pummel your opponent.
Yeah, they're sturdy beat sticks.
Have you seen this guy though?
Boba Fett.
Oh yeah.
I may have heard of him from time to time.
Ever heard of this guy? Yeah. Boba Fett's the other card in the set. I think that really, just as a passenger, that really changes the game too. Boba Fett's ability, allowing him to basically target somebody's upgrade cards that you've purchased. It's one of the first times in the game we've ever seen anybody attack their list.
Yeah, point knocking or something.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a pretty neat ability to be able to like take out somebody's, I don't know,
for a
engine
point.
upgrade.
Yeah.
Something like that. For 1 point, exactly. And then of course we've got Dengar himself, the pilot. Gonk also is pretty cool. He's a kind of a neat little droid game changer guy for a passenger. What he does is you spend an action on him and you can put a shield token on the card, and then later in the game you can spend another action and remove that shield token. So you can really combo him up with some other stuff, but he fulfills kind of this weird R2 role where getting your shields back.
Yeah. It's
a pretty neat thing. And then we also have this neat ability, the Mind Link cards. You get 2 of those, which we've talked about those earlier, but in another video. But that's pretty cool. The ability to share focus and stress across multiple guys is pretty cool. And then you check out those real quick. I want to while I show this card off. We've got R5P8. This is another cool droid. He's kind of a jerk. His ability, basically, if you shoot at whoever he's riding with, once per round after defending, you can roll an attack die. On a hit, the attacker suffers 1 damage. On a crit, you and the attacker each suffer 1 damage. So if you put him on with Dengar, not only is Dengar going to shoot back at you, but now he's going to roll that extra die. And he doesn't care if he takes a point of damage because he's sitting on 4 shields and 5 hull. So just throwing that back at you is just mean. It's a mean ship. Another key thing we want to call out, why don't you show them the Punishing One upgrade?
Yeah, so you can make the ship, in fact, the Punishing One for 12 points, and you just flat out increase your weapon value by 1.
Yeah, which for 12 points, that's a lot. Like people saw that initially. That's like a whole tie. That's like a Z95.
Yeah.
But why is that such a, like, not a good value, but why is that such a tempting value? Well, if you mix it with Dengar, he's throwing 3 dice out on a turret weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're in his arc when you shoot him, he's now throwing 3 dice back at you. Again. Couple that with range 1 bonus, because this is a primary weapon. So now he's throwing 4 dice out at you. So twice.
A lot.
It's a lot of firepower from 1 ship.
High sustainer.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
He's just cranking out that damage. So, like I said earlier, I think you agree with me, this ship really does change the game in a lot of ways.
There's a lot of new options to the Scum and areas that they definitely needed.
Oh yeah. I mean, we haven't even talked about the 2 overclocked R4 things either, or the feedback array. I mean, what other cards we got over there?
Guidance chips, actually, is probably one of the bigger splashes as far as some of the players that I've talked to.
Yeah.
It's like a guaranteed at least 1 hit with your torpedoes.
Which is really cool when you combine that with Punishing One, because now his primary weapon goes with 3 attacks, so now he's guaranteed a crit with his torpedoes.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Brutal.
Yeah. Combine that with Plasma Torpedoes that you also get in this set.
Yeah.
Plasma Torpedoes, again, you not only do you do a point of damage, you also remove a shield just if any damage goes through. Yeah, it's an extra hit, exactly. So I really think this is a really awesome gunboat, and we've seen a lot of builds just, the past week that it's been out.
And people have been accommodating this for a long time. Like they announced long time ago what this was going to entail, and people have been anticipating it for a long time. And I think that's part of why the demand is so high.
Oh yeah.
And why these changes are happening so quickly, because people have
planned ahead,
know their new list for Wave 8. like months before it actually hit, and so they kind of made a big splash. And then that they already announced Wave 9, that people are already kind of working that into that.
Oh yeah, the meta is constantly shifting for X-Wing, and it's one of the things I love about this game. So I think we've covered pretty much everything. Was there anything else that you wanted to point out? Rage, we didn't talk about that one.
You get angry.
It does extra
2
damage.
stress tokens.
Yeah. Assign 1 focus to your ship and receive 2 stress until the end of the round. When attacking, you may reroll up to 3 dice. The rage! Don't table flip when you play the card. A lot of rage.
A lot of tables you couldn't.
Heck yeah. Well, let's hop out for a really quick recap. Well, that was the Punishing 1 expansion, the Jumpmaster 5K, 5000. It's pretty awesome. If you're tired of Dash Rendar kicking your butt, and you're scum and villainy, you hate that Decimator and all his 12 hit points, pick up a new Jumpmaster 5K today.
Trim the fat off of your scum and villainy list today.
For sure. Anyway, it's a ridiculous ship. I can't wait to play this thing more because I already got some playtime in with it. It's awesome. So, yeah.
If you're gonna get it, you probably already have it. But otherwise, it's from Fantasy Flight Games, like the rest of Star Wars X-Wing.
Shocking.
$29.95.
Totally worth it.
Yeah. Better ship, not crazy, but
it's X-Wing. So, yeah, I love this ship. It's a great addition to the game. Like I said earlier, really think that this ship in particular catapults Scum and Villainy into legit faction status. They're just tough as nails now, and this bad boy is leading the charge.
Yeah.
So
good
go check it out.
For any of you vagabonds out there.
I have a feeling he might turn left. Anyway,
it's like NASCAR.
In space. Anyway, I'm AdamHarry from Bella Souls.
And I'm Drake from Dragons of Comics and Fantasy.
And this has been another Tabletop Spotlight. Thanks again for watching. Have a good one. Tabletop Spotlight brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Thanks for watching.